Now, I would have to disappoint you again because the whole of this year, 2022, I saw Stonebwoy. I've seen him once. And yeah, it just happened to be yesterday. Because, okay, so yesterday was the second time. The first time was the day before yesterday. When I was prompted that we had work to do. And we were on location at dawn all up until this morning around 2 a.m. where we parted company. We are so busy working on his fifth upcoming album that I didn't, and I had made a mental note to find out from him what exactly transpired when he honored that invitation. But of course, because I had heard this tirade, it was making the rounds on social media by Shatta. It's like, okay, hold on a minute. What did you do? Now, coincidentally, I heard that sound voice. I was in a studio, a private studio of one of our biggest A-list acts. And then I saw Jackie making the trends. Jackie Apia. I was like, oh Lord, what has this guy done to this woman again? Like, why this one? So just when we're trying to find out, and then this A-list act, I mean, it wouldn't be fair to mention his name. He tapped on a file on his phone, on Twitter, I think. And then it happened to be one specifically designed for Stonebwoy. You know, the one you just played. So I was like, okay, hold on. So was it we got into that juncture where everybody is getting served by the wisest man in town, you know? So I don't know what provoked his anger, and again, with regards to the main issue, if those who are the helm of affairs at the NLA led by Samuel Ewuku have considered it prudent to enlist these people with mass following to stem a certain tide of fraud within the gambling space or the lottery space. I'm sure they, even if it's a useless venture, I am ill equipped to profile better because I'm not a gambling person. I see it's all over, on TV, on billboards. We have sports people advertising gambling and betting, and so
in Ghana.
I mean, we have Premier League teams on billboards. And then when you watch teams. DSTV, we have they are all advertising these things. So
football teams in particular.
Yes, and these are very frighteningly influential. I mean, brands which
likes of J.J. Okocha.
Do you understand? So again, and as a parent with kids, it's worrying. That's me personally. If the state thinks that it is not having any adverse effects on our culture fabric or on our morals and whatnot, again, they are supposed to be the experts. Uncle Ken, I think a couple of years ago, we sat here and I bemoaned the fact that when you go to Bonyure, the home of Kente, when I went there, spent hours, I actually traveled to Antwerp, the shrine, again, to find out what happens there. I mean, as is my want. The biggest billboard at that time in Bonyure was, I think, Safari Bet or Soccer Bet in the town. The home of Kente.
So we're not advertising Kente.
Yes,
bet.
Yes, I think there's an intersection where if you take a right turn, you could go all the way into the Fijasi Road or Aguna, Kumasi Aguna. Yeah, and I wasn't happy that it is. I mean, something as obvious. I mean, of course, it's not like the state went to mount the billboard, but the fact that if neutrals or strangers or visitors get to the hub of Kente and the biggest billboard there is a betting company signage, didn't augur well as per my creed, you know. So again, if we want to have a conversation on betting, for me, I can only speak for me that I have a different or not so much of an endorsement of how we advertise it, because we see our younger kids, brothers and sisters, converge in these stores with a plethora of TV screens. And
sometimes
yes, almost all the time, 24-hour, offices selling betting products. Do you understand? So again, if I do not know what Shatter's problem is with, artists or celebrities or people with a mass following being considered or enlisted for any campaign of sorts. I don't know, but if it's got to do with whether we have the right to sell betting products or to curb a certain defect that has been detected by those who are supposed to be experts, and so they had that conversation, I wasn't there. I have not sought to find out. Maybe he who also wasn't there is privileged to certain details of that whole engagement, and so has deemed it fit to react this way.
Okay, Kwame, let me hold you there. I'm going to come to you, Uncle Ken. Let me pick Obi's as well's point on this with regards to the engagement, of and I've just been prompting on this as well, that Ghanaian filmmaker and entrepreneur Calibos and colleague Jessica Williams have also been unveiled as new hosts of the National Lottery Authority live draws as well. Now, isn't this what's your take on this? Is it contradictory to what Gaming Commission was asking us not to do?
Jay, thank you. I think that it is very important that when you hear some of these things, you ask questions. That's the first thing you do. You need to find the right answers to your doubts. So you ask, is Gaming Commission different from NLA? Do they have the same supervisor? Do they have the same mandate? So when you ask the questions and you're satisfied, that is when you can start making claims. But per research, NLA has its own regulatory system.
It's an authority.
Gaming Commission also has its own system.
Exactly.
And there is a line between the two of them. So you cannot mix the activities of NLA and the activities of Gaming Commission. When NLA decides to pick celebrities to embark on a certain project, now you need to question the NLA and ask them why. So they give you the purpose and then the reason, with the law backing it, because these are legal conversations we're having. If you pick them out and you put them on a moral platform, that is where you can say that the general perception of everybody is, if you don't allow these people to be ambassadors of betting companies, then don't even involve them on NLA platform, because it will have the same effect. On morals, you can have that conversation, but when it comes to legality, you need to understand the lines. So I'm saying that if whoever is ranting or whoever has a problem should go and find the duties, the regulatory system of NLA and of the Gaming Commission. Now, if you come to Gaming Commission, I think FDA has a role in there. So they regulate the things they do.
You mean the Food and Drugs Authority?
Yes, they have a certain connection with the Gaming Commission. That's why they stopped even the celebrities from endorsing alcoholic beverages. You understand?
Of course.
I'm talking about the sponsoring of alcoholic beverages. I think that even came, that is where you had Winnie ranting initially, that they were stopped from. Yes.
No, I'm just trying to figure out the link between the FDA and the betting situation, since we have the NLA, which is also an authority. I'm like,
on its own.
Yeah. So I'm not.
Yeah, like I'm saying that,
unless you are privy to some other.
Yeah. So like I'm saying, for the conversation started when Wendy wanted to, they was supposed to sign her for a certain alcoholic beverage. I don't know, there was that conversation that came out.
Yeah.
And then they said no, that wasn't going to be allowed. Now the Gaming Commission also says that no celebrity should be allowed to be an ambassador of any betting company. So this was like another level of displeasure for celebrities. They did not have the chance to even get the money they want from these people. Now they find out that the same people who are asking us not to endorse alcoholic beverages, not to endorse sporting companies. Now you're picking the same celebrities to go on a project for NLA.
But,
Okay,
but that's a totally different project.
I'm saying, so you understand? So I'm saying that the grounds are different. So if you have a problem, you need to find the reasons.
Yeah. Jay, you read the reasons for which the celebrities were signed up
Yes,
by
for
the
NLA.
NLA. Can you
Yes.
go through the reason again?
Well, it
was
says
to-
the focus of the meeting was
Right.
to educate celebrities on the products and services of NLA and how the organization can leverage on their brand equity to sensitize the public on lotto frauds. Well, and they continue to say that speaking of the event, the newly appointed director, Samuel Wuku,
Yeah.
tasked the brand influencers to create awareness against leaked lotto numbers misinformation.
I find it, the mind boggles how these celebrities are going to be turned into detectives.
And CIA
And
operatives.
yeah, no, seriously, I like you said, Kwame, we do not know the details of why they were engaged, but the fraud aspect of the lotto thing, I am asking myself, how are they going to be able to deal with that? I thought the best people to have dealt with that would be the police.
Or
You know.
he, Sami Eku himself, if he indeed made those pronouncements,
How
can
can he
start
himself-
right. Yes, anyhow, because he's being paid to get the job done. So if you want to enlist any other person, it should be based on the merits of their competence or their expertise. And these are musicians and film people. So how is it that you want them to go and look for lotto people?
So,
What-
so,
what-
you, so yes.
Lots of
So,
fraudsters.
so Jay, you see the confusion.
Yes.
NLA probably, I'm sure, in their wisdom, they have done their necessary.
I wish we got somebody from there to
please
speak
don't
to.
credit any institution with wisdom until they show
Be
it.
careful, your next words.
I'm not saying that they're not wise. I'm saying don't credit
I'm
credit
saying that-
anybody with
Then I'm
wisdom
saying that if they have not
in their
thought
own
through- Yes,
thinking, the
yes.
mind.
So if they've
Because
not thought
wisdom is so precious. Don't.
I shouldn't have related to it.
Yes. In their own thinking, their own mind.
So he's just being sarcastic. And, you know,
So like I'm saying, if they have not thought through and they know that this thing is going to create a problem, they won't do it.
Have they shot themselves in the foot?
Who?
NLA.
No, I don't think so.
Jay, you know something? My honest, candid answer might not be radio friendly.
please don't.
So I wouldn't do that.
Thank
but this is a country where, you see, what is it should be based. You see, when you are growing a people, it's not like you are. It's not like a company where you are growing a company for profit. You understand? A CEO of a company wants money profit. A nation's profit is people. You build people. You don't build profit. Are we clear? Okay, so what are the philosophies behind? Because if all our governmental institutions, independently or otherwise, all right, it shouldn't be a problem if we have a philosophy as a nation in growing children or in growing people. I can understand clearly what betting, unbridled checking of betting can do to the mind of a young person. To the extent that I was talking to a lady some other day, and she didn't seem to get it from me well, that I'm not impressed with young men or young women making plans about their future based on the money they are going to receive from winning a bet or a lotto. You understand?
People have, it has got.
I know that, but if it has gotten there already, I know. But you should have a problem with it if you know what it is, because life is not by chance, right? You must have a plan at the individual level. Okay, coming back to this whole thing, I don't know, like in their own minds, how is it that a nation is developing and there's no particular philosophy that guides every institution in a particular direction? Because if they are all national institutions,
Yes.
they should be guided by the same philosophy about growing people. That is, growing people from childhood to adulthood, so that their thinking is not truncated in a certain way that will not help the nation to grow. Because the nation cannot grow on its raw materials. It's the brain, it's the people that is the property of the nation, not our gold, not
Okay.
the oil. I'm coming.
Yeah.
I'm coming. So here again, I want to give you a typical example of the kind of country we are in. I'm not happy about it. A few weeks ago, I tried to find my birth certificate for for to do something. I mean, some official things, and I went to search from the place I thought I had it, and it wasn't there. I've tried as I did, I couldn't get the document. So I went back to birth and death in Tema, and then they were talking about weighing card and baptismal certificate.
Your weighing card.
Weighing card. Say you weigh me no. That is to show that I was born at that time, or at least. Are you getting it? I mean, this is a country where going to, if you want to enlist in what customs, your height, stretch marks, tattoos are part of
Scrutiny.
I won't call it scrutiny. I'll call it criteria of rejecting people. You understand what I mean? And if this should happen in the same country, I don't think I'm surprised. This is the way we choose to do our things. We don't have any philosophy on which we are building this country. Else this wouldn't happen. That, but talking from the perspective of a musician, of a creative artist, I only can say that it's like we are being constricted where we should enjoy. It's like we have to go to the mukase to help pound the fufu, but when the fufu is ready, we can't eat. That's what I think Niyama. I was about to call him my bandana. I'm used to bandana, just like people are used to my nothing, you know. So I get his point, but you know, he always want to personalize things. That's the way. That's his nature.
Yes.
For effect, and that is him. But then I get the whole drift.
Jay.
You see, it's very frustrating. Where you see, Mary, your friend saying, Mary, prekunam, but you are the first to be served prekunkwai. In Kwani, you are the first person who should enjoy it.
Or bacon.
Bacon. You understand what I mean?
Yeah.
It's.
Jay,
yes.
You know what? I was in favor of FDA's directive that no
Alcohol endorsement.
yeah, about the alcohol endorsement. I was totally in favor of that. You know, because I cannot see how a celebrity, well-known face, popular, you know, a hero to many a youngster, will be seen endorsing alcoholic beverages. I was totally for that. No problems there. Then you moved on to the betting.
Gaming Commission.
The Gaming Commission. The Gaming Commission claim that no person under the age of 18 shall engage in betting.
Like the Gaming Commission of Ghana.
Yes. Yes.
Oh.
Yes. No person under the age of 18 should. Look, I saved up something.
Oh, you know.
And we not be this same Ghana. That's why they say this Ghana, because
No, but the laws are there.
There are no laws.
Listen,
There are
Kwame.
sentences on
So
papers.
yes, read on.
Listen. The Gaming Commission of Ghana has called for collaboration between the police and the district assemblies to assist in ensuring responsible sports betting across the country. Now you see the difference between the Gaming Commission and the NLA. They are using the district assemblies. Okay. Public Affairs Manager of the Commission, Ms. Beatrice Baden, said the collaboration, which would ultimately focus on ensuring that children under the age of 18 do not participate in sports betting, would go a long way to ensure the industry was sanitized for the better. Now, as far as they were concerned, this was their approach. But, like you've all said, the kids are seen all the time in these betting arcades, staking their bets and doing all these kind of things, you know. So you ask yourself, are we really interested in ensuring that the people who do not want to partake in this activity don't do so.
I call it the
One,
no smacks.
I think it was Obi or Nana
Yeah.
or Kwame who said, you watch the football screens, even in Ghana, football teams are sponsored by betting
most of their
companies.
jerseys are.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So let me just pick Arnold Bedu, who's been on the line for a while now, real quickly.
Who?
Arnold Bedu as well. He also had a few things to say with regard to this issue. But Uncan, please just please hold on for me for a few moments, just to pick Arnold's call on this. He's been on the line with us for a while now. Arnold, please, can you chip in for us? Good afternoon, Arnold.
I was actually enjoying Uncle Ken's submission. I was really interested, but that's cool.
Okay, yes, so we can hear you now. Thank you very much. I had to cut you, just to bring you in and hold on with Uncle Ken for just a few seconds, which is going to continue afterwards.
Okay.
So,
So apparently, Philip called me that my article was under scrutiny, and it has become part of the basis for your discussion. And so I was called to affirm my submission on the matter. Jay, in 2015, FDA came out with a directive banning celebrities from endorsing alcoholic beverages. In fact, the ban extended beyond just artists or celebrities endorsing alcoholic beverages. You are an event promoter. You are an event manager. And I'm sure, almost all the guys in the studio, Kwame Rasta, Michael Ken, and a few others. You would remember, a couple of years ago, one of our major benefactors when it comes to events was alcoholic beverages. Companies that produce alcoholic beverages. Now, the ban actually extended to alcoholic beverage companies not sponsoring events. And that really affected us, two of us.
yeah, true.
Yeah. And there was a big uproar. There was near pandemonium within our industry because we felt the ban or the directive really would affect the industry. Now in 2020, Gaming Commission also came up with a directive, similar directive, barring celebrities from endorsing betting companies and betting related activities. Again, uproar, agitation, pandemonium, to the effect that, it will affect the industry. Endorsement deals are one of the biggest generating points for celebrities, entertainers, artists. We said all that. Now in 2021, another institution which has no linkage, no connection with FDA, no linkage, no connection with the Gaming Commission, also comes up and says, listen, I have a few projects. I see the cloud influence and the following of these celebrities. Mind you, over the period, we as industry stakeholders have been trumpeting how influential the level of clout and following these entertainers come here, and how imperative it will be for corporate Ghana or corporate entities to collaborate with these guys to project their various endeavors. Now, LLA comes in and says, well, I'm not going to toe the line of FDA. I'm not going to follow the footsteps of Gaming Commission. I believe and have the conviction that I can use these celebrities. And in fact, it actually see, and I heard you guys read purposes of the engagement. One of the things they said was that they would want to use celebrities to help fight ludicrousness. And so for me, in my thinking, I believe as probably NLA will come up with projects and will use celebrities to front it. It's done everywhere. Two, they would want to use celebrities to elevate the reputation of the company. Brilliant. What is so wrong and negative about a company engaging celebrities, entertainers to elevate their reputation? Most importantly, over the period, as industry stakeholders, we've always been talking about the fact that celeb entertainers should take advantage of endorsement deals. Now a company comes and says, yeah, I see what you are doing with the other avenues of revenue generation, but I can give you another endorsement deals, engaging you and giving you something when it comes to endorsement. Why would anybody want to have a problem with that?
So, okay,
For
Arnold,
me,
just let me even furnish my panel, my panel in here with what you're talking about. Well, so the caption here read, "Hail them, National Lottery Authority must be applauded. So he's in support of what is happening. Yes, that is Arnold. So yes, Arnold, like you're saying.
Yeah. So me personally, I am in full support. And in my thinking, my clear thinking, I'm thinking like, why won't we encourage NLA? Indeed, if we are supporters of endorsement deals, we are supporters of engagement or collaborations between corporate Ghana and these entertainers and celebrities. Why would anybody frown and despise or rubbish or repudiate this move?
Okay.
Why?
Okay, so I don't know if I can keep you on the line for a bit longer. Yeah, so please stay on with us. Let me pick up a reaction on this from Kwame as well. Kwame, you're saying?
Yeah, I wanted to find out from Arnold whether he attended the meeting. First question, whether he sat through that whole engagement with the popular people.
I
If he
didn't
can respond to that.
I read the report. Verified report.
It's unverified report.
Yes.
Oh, okay. So
He wasn't at the meeting.
He wasn't there. That's fine. Now, for him, I haven't read the. We in
No,
the
I
studio
haven't-
haven't
yeah, I
had
haven't seen his
the benefit to read this article. So, pardon me if I go off. But him hailing the authority, the National Lotteries Authority, and the projections he's making. I'm calling them projections because that's how it sounded to me. You know, that if they want to engage them and not to the lane that the FDA
Yes.
and the had told in the past and have had adverse effects on already dwindling revenue streams, then the NLA should be hailed. Fair enough. But you see, with regards to fixing a fast-growing cancer, which is the adverse effect of betting, or even let's stick to lottery fraud.
Don't separate the two.
Okay.
So let's
Separate NLA from the gaming commission.
Have I
business.
have
No,
I
and
joined them?
You were just trying to conjoin twins.
Okay,
You were now.
so I'll stick to the NLA and then say that if or the rationale behind the meeting or the engagement was to enlist or appeal to these people that it's sort of your civic duty to go out there and orient your fans to not engage in lottery fraud. Again, on
No,
what
Rasta, that was not what was reported. I am sure you were
Impression-
also not in the meeting.
okay, so what? It was a
Based on the
directive.
report, they said they would want to engage celebrities to help them prevent lotto. As to what the mechanisms are, you and I are not aware. They've not rolled out those plans yet.
Okay, Arnold. So you see, in as much as we do not have the benefits of the modus operandi that these celebs are supposed to employ to alleviate that growing cancer or that issue that the NLA
is worried about.
Yes. Now, I would want to assume that Stonebwoy, for instance, is not an expert in preventing lottery fraud.
Well,
Now-
but that is, excuse my language, but that is a flimsy talk. Because the guys at NLA are very much aware that Stonebwoy is not an expert in lotto fraud. So, like I said, in my thinking, I mean, let's be right thinking a little.
I think I was getting to your thinking. On what
No,
authority?
when I was making my
Hold on.
submission, I said, wait.
Hold on.
Wait.
Arnold.
Wait, you two hold on, my brother. When I was making my
Okay.
submission, I said, in my thinking, I have the strongest conviction that NLA is going to roll out plans that would use the celebrities as spearhead. I mean, how can you say the Stonebwoy is a lotto expert? I mean,
Hold on.
the celebrities are thinking small.
Arnold, you see, thinking as what? And then on what authority do you, and how do you even manage to think that your thinking is what is going, the NLA is
Your
going
line
to
is breaking
employ?
up, Rasta.
Oh,
Can you hear him? Yeah.
no. I mean, I'll go ahead and then maybe you'd have to play it back when we wrap up
No,
because we don't.
go ahead. Your line is correct.
Okay, so I'm saying that your contribution is premised on your thinking. Now,
based on the report.
yes, relax. Your thinking is somewhere in there, and I'm saying that I am telling you that my artist Stoneboy. Hold on, if you listen to me, I'm saying that Stoneboy is no expert in preventing lottery fraud. So if the NLA, as per your thinking, would issue any directives, and it would, as part of efforts, include Stoneboy going out there to go or in any shape or form prevent lottery fraud, I am telling you, I am using my artist, and I am telling you that in your thinking, Stoneboy, for instance, is not well equipped to prevent it. Now, if you think that is lame, if you would permit me.
But Kwame, did Stoneboy tell them that?
Hold on. Between anybody in this studio and Arnold on the phone and I, who can better speak for Stoneboy?
That's why I'm asking you. That's why I'm asking you.
No, but you see,
speak
Arnold
with so
is
much
saying
authority.
that, yes, Arnold is saying that in his thinking, directives will be rolled out. And now, if those directives are rolled out and it excludes Stoneboy, for instance, okay?
Then what you are saying?
I would assume that those who would be enlisted to aid in his thinking and those directives will be better equipped to arrest this situation of lottery fraud. Now, as for the rest, and to be very fair, I do not know, like I am so blank on those who even attended the meeting, apart from Stoneboy. Now, if you could mention two other names.
No, the lady, Jackie Appiah was part. That's why
Jackie.
Shatta insulted her.
Jackie, if maybe she's had any advanced training in arresting lotto fraudsters, the NLA I was thinking, hold on.
Yes.
Hold
Because I'm on the line.
on. No.
If you leave Rasta alone,
Obi, you and I have sat here
No,
and
but
asked
just
ourselves,
hold about the bush.
how is it that the
wait, hold
NLA
on.
would come to celebrities?
I
and
raised
musicians?
the issue. Do you remember?
Okay, good. So we are at sea, or we are at a complete loss. I'm like, hold on. Or we are all thinking the same, that how is it that these people who are actually yes, if you don't want to toe the line of the other agencies who are in the interest of the nation, that's what they are saying, denied other revenue streams to these artists, and so you have reached out to these guys and are engaging them in any conversation. My only bit that I disagree wholeheartedly is these guys, in as much as they have a following, that's where their influence ends. Like,
they have no experience
practically and on the grounds, because you read a directive or a law, a clause or a statute that says that persons under the ages of 18 and where I live,
that's with respect to the gaming commission.
do you understand?
and lottery.
And lottery.
Yeah.
Now, where
All
I
of them.
live, I live on the outskirts on the Equiapim Ridge. I see kids at like classes hours swarmed in these offices and stores, and they are engaged fully in betting. Again, what is a Stoneboy supposed to do with these people where we they look for them to buy music stuff where they know they buy?
Kwame.
Maybe go tell them, say,
I think both you and Arnold are
No.
at the same
point, yes.
Because Arnold is also thinking ahead. You are also thinking ahead.
Yeah.
You are thinking that
my thinking
Yes.
is premised on my artist and his influence and what he can afford to do.
Right. So that's why I
Arnold's
asked you.
thinking is based on directives that the NLA is yet to roll out. He himself
Yeah,
is
can I come in?
admitting
Yes,
that
yes, you
he
can.
is thinking.
Kwame, my issue with Kwame is simple.
Arnold, 1 second,
Your
please.
artist was at the
meeting.
meeting.
Yes.
Did he come back from the meeting to
inform
raise
you.
these concerns that you are raising?
Now, he did not.
So you don't know.
No,
And Arnold is saying to you,
I'm telling you that he did not because I cannot sit here and divulge everything.
correct.
Now, I am speaking on authority that even as per items, I mean, when you list them on a scale of preference, what Benetton Music Group has up its sleeves.
This is not part.
Like, what do they do for them? Make you go look for Lotto
Okay,
fraudsters for
so
you.
all right, Uncle Ken, go ahead.
Okay.
Ken, so,
Arnold,
so sorry, please. Hold on. Still.
I'm here.
is also of the view that
yes.
he is not yet well versed as to the
the things that
intricacies
you're going to give them.
of what is
That
going
we
to
agree.
happen.
It doesn't
That's-
really,
that's-
you see,
But-
it doesn't really come to mind.
But his thinking,
No matter how hard you struggle.
yeah. Nana, hold on. His thinking is that something useful will come out of it, and we all hope so. Don't forget that the national lottery in all countries, let me use Great Britain for instance. The national lottery in Great Britain, they even have a lower age that can actually partake, 16. As young as 16s can partake in the national lottery, because the national lottery in the UK is used, the monies accrued are used to pep up charities and a lot of other national issues. So it is not seen as a bad venture per se. And I'm sure our national lotteries here are supposed to be on the same tangent, you know. So if people like that are going to help bring the national lottery image, enhance their image, I don't have a problem with it. I am only worried about when you mention fraud,
Yes.
then it becomes
a technical
very
matter.
technical.
yes, a technical
Okay,
matter.
so could I ask everyone now, including Arnold, if you can also hear me?
Yeah.
Two state enterprises are using influencers in two different one going one
don't like
asking influencers
stop.
to stop.
And one
Because
asking them
because of
to
the
change it.
adverse effects of what is happening, like what Kwame stated, you know, and they have huge following. Now this following, even though they are in Ghana or they are outside Ghana, they have people from as low as age 4 singing Shatter songs and Stoneboy songs and Samini songs and you name all the artists in there. And then one other state enterprise is saying that whilst we've asked you to stop, can we now look at what we can really use you for? We're not necessarily technically coming to stop fraudsters, but let's create the awareness of what is happening so people don't become what's the word? Become victims of fraud. Is that do we think that's what is happening? Arnold, since you're on the call, let me just quickly start off with you.
Before I get to that question, let me say a few anomalies. First to Rasta. Rasta said Stoneboy is not a lotto fraud expert and blah 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 blah. But Stoneboy is not a phone repairer. But he's advertising.
I think we didn't catch that word. You said he's not a.
Is no what?
We didn't catch that word. I think I didn't hear it too.
No, he said Stoneboy is not an expert in lotto fraud.
Okay.
And I'm telling him, Stoneboy is not a phone repairer. But he's advertising in his brand ambassador for a company. So that assertion is illegal.
Oh God.
Now the second bit about I think somebody said I was struggling. Where's the struggle? I am excited about the engagement with celebrities. And over the period, that is what we've been clamoring for corporate entities to partner with entertainers. And a company, an institution comes up and says, listen, I want to engage celeb in elevating my reputation. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. Now to your question. I struggle, I flounder to figure out why we want to bunch the three together. These three entities are working with separate directives. The Gaming Commission is deriving its powers from the Gaming Act. The FDA, based on its directive of banning the celebrities, says it's taking its powers from the WHO directive. So, yes, same government, but different entities, different jurisdictions, working with different laws. So if you have a problem with Gaming Commission, we can tackle them. A year ago, an executive from FDA on Happy FM said, well, he said a lot of celebrities and industry players complaining and grousing about the ban. If anybody has a problem with it, the person can go to court. Until now, nobody has gone to court, including Shatawale. So we should not, under any circumstance, and say by virtue of the fact that it's the same government, why is one institution who is working with different laws is under a different ministry? Because the Gaming Commission is under Interior Ministry. NLA is under the Ministry of Finance. So by virtue of the fact that it's the same government, what we should bunch them together, bunch their jurisdictions together, bunch their directors together. Why?
Arnold, let me just ask, maybe on behalf of maybe Russell won't even accept this question as well. Is this fair to the influencers to throw them left and right in between state enterprises and their jurisdiction, and one half asking them to benefit, another half asking them not to be beneficiaries, and looking at their adverse effects they will have on kids?
Okay. Good. So we have issued our displeasure with regard to the ban. Of course, some of us, or majority of us within the industry, issued our displeasure and our disapproval with the ban, the respective ban from FDA and Gaming Commission. We've said that several times over the period. We've actually really registered our displeasure. What has been the solution? The FDA executive says go to court if you do not feel satisfied with our direction. Nobody has pursued it. Now NLA comes and says, listen, me, I'm different. I'm working with different laws, different directives. I'm generating my powers for somewhere else. But I would want to engage you, celebs. If you think Gaming Commission is not treating you fairly, deal with it. NLA is treating you fairly. Now, the issue about Stoneboy won't do it, that's contractual. Now, the most important thing is the corporate entity is engaging the celebrity. Now, when the celebrity goes on the table, it's not about negotiation. Okay, so what do you want me to do? What mandate do you want me to achieve? I can't do it. How much would you want to give me? This amount. Okay, it's too low for my pedigree. That's more contractual. But the most important thing is the initiative to actually use celebrities for a good cause. That's what we should applaud. Because see, if we do not applaud NLA for engaging celebrities, well, how would that encourage the next corporate entity to say, listen, celebrities and entertainers have so much influence, so much class, so much following, can tap into that and to elevate whatever project I'm doing.
Okay, Arnold, hold on with me. And let me just take a round trip question on this, including you. Just hold on with me. Obi, let me start off with you. If the betting companies had CSR projects and wanted to use celebrities, which would mean that they have to talk about the products of the betting companies, would that be okay? Do you think that would be okay, considering what NLA is also doing? And I just want to pick this. I have just about 2 minutes left, and everybody.
Jay, I think that if we don't get an expert understanding on the matter, we will be giving the layman's contribution, and we'll be fighting ourselves with ideologies and thoughts and what have you. Now, the Gaming Commission have their rules and regulations. So if they're saying that do not allow celebrities to endorse alcoholic beverages, and they have a CSR agenda,
the Gaming Commission cannot.
Gaming especially.
The
Gaming Commission cannot ask celebrities not to endorse alcoholic beverages.
I mean, like the betting company. Yes, sorry.
FDA.
So the FDA, right? Yes. So
thank you, Uncle Ken.
Yeah, thank you, Uncle Ken. if they said they should not do those things, the question is that, so why would they want to engage them to come and front corporate social responsibility? You've denied them that right outright. You've just cancelled them out of everything when it comes to that thing. So you don't even need them to do anything for you.
So they won't do that.
They won't do that.
I'm happy he's taking the wind out of my sail.
Okay.
They won't do
Because
that.
you see,
I have a minute left, yes.
I just said earlier that morality and legality,
Two different.
they are like they sound similar, but they are two worlds apart. You see, my problem with the morality of it, and the fact that this nation, as a nation, we do not support the arts with legislature. We don't support the arts with anything at all. Now you go around, you get a little show you want to do, and you are going to be sponsored by a betting company, and get some money to do your stuff. That one too, you can't do it. But then when the nation wants money from the National Lottery, then they call you. That's where my moral mind and my critical mind, that is the same country. If it was one was from Cote d'Ivoire, one is in Ghana,
One is national.
You see, it doesn't matter, but it's the same
Yeah.
country. We have to have a.
I think it's an unfair treatment.
We have to have a bridge. If in the first place, who is a celebrity anyway?
Well,
There are names I can mention that are very
Yes.
popular and are influential, but they are not in the arts.
Yeah.
Are they also included? I'm not too
They say
sure.
when
what's
when the
That's
when
up to
the
the
state
organization
finds
to decide
they say when
who
the
they
state
go for.
finds
That's even you see,
gold in your
I've read
backyard, it
red lines
belongs to the
between
states. But if the state finds marijuana, it is yours.
Yes.
So, well, my time is up. I have to really wrap up here. But thank you so much for joining us on the show. And another thing, we are AKA. Please, I called you by the house name, and now the artist, the stage name, Tulok.
Yeah.
Thank you so much as well for joining
you,
us.
thank
We love the music.
I
We
don't know
love
why
the
anytime
EP.
you say too look, something nice
Happens to you.
in my
Tickles.
heart. Yes, in my heart. Yes.
So
Me-
yes, we would accept it. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
It's been a great afternoon with everyone here. Uncle Ken, thank you so much as well. Kwame, thank you really much for your time here with us. I know you've been on location all night. You're going back on location again, but we are back here same time next week. As we want to say a big thank you to our sponsors as well. And don't forget, it's probably brought to you by MTN everywhere you go and High Five Choco Malts. My name is Jay Foley, sitting in for George Quay. Our condolences to you, George, and the entire Quay family as well. Same time next week. And to the team as well, Philip, all of you, Anita, thank you very much, every single person, for making this happen. All right, we're back here same time next week. And to those of you who join us on our